This is for gods.
Oh, okay. I'm saying,
I think
you don't owe me money. Thank you.
I'm on target there, right?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
You absolutely are.
And I should say that next week I very likely won't be here in person for this class. I have oral surgery on Monday.
Oh,
It's what the surgeon says is an infected cyst, so he's going to take that out. And
ooh,
a tooth might come along with it, maybe two teeth. Who knows?
ooh.
Yeah. It's very dense, and so they, even with the CAT scan, they can't see whether the roots of the tooth have been affected or not.
Oh dear.
So, at any rate, um, I will probably be on painkillers, so
Yeah,
I shouldn't be driving.
probably.
And I may not feel like it. I guess it's there's Jeff.
And there's
Yeah,
Jeff.
yeah.
Morning, Jeff.
I opened up Zoom and it started doing updates, so it took about 5 minutes extra.
Oh.
That's why I'm a bit late, but here I am.
Really? Well, I'm glad you're updated.
Yeah, looks the same, but I guess it needed to be done.
Well, they're constantly changing. Almost annoyingly so.
Yeah.
But we're glad to have you here.
Yeah, well, I'm glad to be here. Remember, next week I probably will not be here.
Oh,
So I had it wrong too.
well, we'll see. We'll see what we have next week.
Okay.
Is that a probably or a no?
It's high. It's about 90% sure I will not be here. My dog is getting her
Oh,
hind leg operated on, and I've got to have her there at 8 o'clock. And it's about a 40-minute drive, so I may just stay there through the whole operation. But if they do tell me just to go home and don't wait and all that, then I may be back in time for class. But I'm 90% sure I will not be.
oh. Well, usually they'll keep them until they come out of the anesthesia.
Oh yeah. They will probably keep her for a fair part of the day. I'm just not sure
Yeah.
how I want to do it, and if I want to make if she's only going to be there for 4 or 5 hours, I don't want to make a 40-minute trip one way twice.
Oh, okay.
So that'd be an awful lot of driving for just and I would probably make it back in time for the class, but I've just got to kind of leave it open because I don't know how that's going to work and how soon they're going to take her and all
Sure.
that. So I don't,
Yeah. Well, good luck to your dog.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll be successful. There's a very high probability. She's got a luxating patella, which means a displacing kneecap in the back, which is at the point where she really is just three-legged right now. So I have to
Yeah.
have it done. And she's only 6.5, so I have to have it done. She
Yeah.
can't be for life. So
I hope that works.
yeah, thank you. So anyways, probably 90% sure I will not be here.
Okay. Well, we'll see. Okay. So, questions? Requests? Issues?
I actually worked on the 8 gates a little bit. I usually don't have time between classes to do that and form, but I did a little bit this time. Could we do like a narrated flow of that again? Last time you did it and you went slowly and broke it down, but I'm not asking for that. I'm just asking if we can kind of do a regular flow, but with a little bit of pulsing and all worked in.
Sure.
Okay.
No problem.
That's it from me.
It's just the form. I mean, there's no particular question. I mean, what we were introduced to last week is the kick in the.
I'm assuming that
That's not
subdued
there
tiger
yet.
and the kick is still somewhat of an issue.
Yeah, and maybe we could do that again because I do have questions about the rotation of the arms going into this. If we could go through that from the start again, that would be good too.
Yep.
Very good.
All right. So stepping out, coming into your basic structure, and just stand for a moment. Feel your connection to the earth. Is the width of your stance appropriate for you? Or do you need to adjust it a little? Soften the feet. Feel them really connect down to the earth. Feel the structure of the body. Trying to align yourself as well as you can to allow the energy to move through your body without obstruction. Feel the head lifting off the top of the spine. And by way, connecting out into the universe. And ideally just take a moment or two to allow your energy to sink. Just focus on that downward flow and allow it to drop down through the body. Sinking the energy that the body cannot use into the earth. And then extend your mind through your body. Would you begin to feel everything inside? The flow, the energy. And then as you begin, first bending, twisting in, and then extending and twisting out, and bending in, extending out, twisting in, twisting out, lengthening in, lengthening out. bending in and then extending out. Include the whole body, all of the joints. Bend fingers, wrists, elbows, shoulders, scapula, and reverse. Toes, ankles, knees, quad. And bending in, twisting out. Twisting in, extending out. Lengthen, release in, lengthen out. No tension. Extending out. Twisting the little finger in and the little finger edge out. All the way through the arm to the spine. All the way back out to the fingertips. And bending and twisting in, extending and twisting out. Keeping the movement continuous. Release, let go, move the energy. Bending in, extending out, twisting in, twisting out, lengthening in, lengthening out, twisting in, twisting out, bending in, extending out, in, out, lengthen in, lengthen out, twisting in, twisting out. Keep that connection of the elbows to the scapula. Bending in, bending out. So questions in there? Anything for you, Jeff?
The last one, Dewey. What is the plane of rotation of the hands in Dewey?
Um, basically, I prefer this one.
Okay.
You could also do it um, twisting, bending in, and extending out. You could do it this way
Oh,
also.
okay.
So
That's
you could
interesting.
play with both and see which one you prefer. But
Okay.
I I find keeping on the sidelines a little easier.
Okay. So most of them are on the sidelines. Is that
Yes, that's
okay?
right.
All right. I wasn't sure if that was one of them or not.
We don't get seriously into connecting with the central channel until we get into God's plane in the clouds.
Yeah. Okay.
So as Bill knows, he's working on that also at the moment. Okay, so let's do a flow.
Okay.
I think I just want to do a flow. um, so I'm going to get out of the camera, but I'm going to leave space if you wanted to get in it. Not really. So begin Tai Chi. So spiral down into the right, stepping left, Tung, Ji, Liu, on. Turn, step right, Tung, Ji, Liu, on. Step left, shift, rotate that right leg, extend out, reset, and single whip, shift, touch forward, step back, pull down. Release, bending in, shift and embrace. Shift onto the left, release in, step to the corner, shoulder. Right goose spreads its wings. Follow, focus. Stepping back, turn on the right heel. And then down and under. Rotate, sinking back to your base level step. And wave hands like clouds. And then expanding out onto the right, in and reset, single whip, shift, touch, step, and lift hand, sit back, turn, twisting in, then twisting out to high pat the horse, Rotate back and step with the left. Subdue tiger. Shift onto the left, kick, strike, step with the right, rotate left and subdue tiger right. Shift onto the right and kick left. And we'll play with that. So, where do you need to, where do you have questions?
Probably just to have you watch the tail end of that. I still can't coordinate the kick.
Yeah,
It seems that when I get the arms going right, the foot ends up out here someplace because I'm concentrating on the arms. And when
Yep.
I'm concentrating on the foot, sometimes my arms are still there.
Yep.
So
I've been there, done all of that. Jeff, for you, anything?
Yeah, a real slow motion kind of breakdown of the last posture, including like how the arms are rotated as we're coming around. What body and everything's doing with the kicks. Just if we can just really slowly kind of break that down more.
I'll do my best.
Okay. I know it's a tough one to do slowly, especially because there's a kick in there, or two kicks. But whatever we can do, just to, because this especially just still feels awkward to me as far as rotation and all that.
Yeah.
And I know there's got to be rotation of the arms, but I keep finding myself sort of holding the arms.
Okay. We can do that. Well, let me start with me doing it, and then I'll watch both of you and see how I can help you. That's not what you meant to do, David. If you don't hit the right place. I'm going to turn this so I'm facing you, because I think maybe that'll be a little more helpful to see specifically what I'm doing here. So if you come into single whip, you're going to shift, rotate and touch, turn left and step, and you're twisting in, and then you're twisting out as you go forward. And then you sit back, and as you sit back, as soon as you can, you begin to turn left slowly, and you're twisting the little finger edges in, and then the little finger edges out. So it's a pretty subtle turn there. And then once you arrived at that, I got to get into it. Funny how you. So you twist.
Yep.
Hard form to. Go ahead.
No.
You all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're fine.
So back, twisting in, and twisting out, and and back and sinking in, twisting in, and twisting out. And then in, and you're just coming. You have to be a little careful not to get the hands too close together, but they're coming in roughly to in front of the sideline. And then you're going to, come on, David, kick. And as you're doing that, the arms are also moving. So they go out and then they strike. Nothing to it.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna have to look at this.
sure. So do you want to try that, Jeff?
Okay.
Let me get out of the way here. So you want to try to let that kick make contact with the leg out there before you strike.
Okay.
So
It's not, the arms and the leg are not moving at the same time?
they're moving, but
Not completing at the same
they're not contacting at the same time.
time. Okay.
So you have the leg hooks, then the arm strikes, the hand strikes.
So do the arms start at the same time as the leg, but the leg finishes
Yep.
and then the arms finish?
Yeah. So the difficulty with the arms is that they start. You can't see me when I'm. So the on that camera, you got to stand up. So the thing about the arms is that they start slowly, and they have a strike, and they come back in.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
So they're and the problem, of course, with this is that you come to here, and as you kick, they've started.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have the kick and strike, and as you're striking, that leg is coming back in. You're restabilizing, if you will. I will say the ideal, of course, is that that leg doesn't touch, but feel free to do it.
So when the hands finish with the quick strike at the end, where is the right leg actually at that point?
It's it it has it comes as the strike completes,
Yeah.
and the hard for me to do this that slowly,
Yeah. So,
but I'm gonna trace it on the ground here, I think, for a moment.
okay.
So it starts out, the arms start as it kick, then this strikes as the foot is coming back in. So you have, it's like 1, 2.
So the foot is not back in by the time you're striking with your hands.
It's coming back.
It's still coming. Okay. I didn't know if you were trying to bring it back for
Not
stabilizing.
before. Not before. So what you have is 1, 2. And as you complete that strike, the foots come back so that you can come in and step forward and go to the opposite subdued tiger, but we can worry about that later.
Right.
You follow me there?
Yeah. Yeah. It's just, yes, I just have to coordinate it properly, but I understand what I'm supposed to do anyways.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah, I get it right once every 6 times.
That's very good. At this stage, that's very good.
I'm not even sure about that. You
Can I-
probably look at it and say, "Oh no,
Well, I was going to say, let me look at it.
no." From single whip.
Yeah, go from single whip. Pause. So you want to be slightly rotated to the left when you complete single whip.
Okay.
It's not completely in the direction of that foot, but it is turned
Okay.
in that direction.
And just having watched you just before, I realized that there's a turn to the left, which
Puts
I
the foot out.
wasn't doing. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Is that about right? Or
Well, so if you've gone to single whip, you're going to shift, and that starts to fold the arms.
okay.
So you get to here, and now you're sitting on that left foot, and you're going to turn right to draw the foot back, and left to sweep it forward. So what you're doing is you're stepping around that person's
Okay.
leg.
All right. Well, this was.
So you're here, you shift onto the left, you circle in,
Yeah.
and you're going to circle back and pull it. Oh, I'm in the wrong place.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. So going into.
Yeah. Okay.
Coming.
Okay.
Break it down into its parts.
Yeah.
So shift, circle, and touch. And make sure that at this point you're 100% on the left foot.
Yeah.
And then continue to rotate and step back empty. And that's what.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, wake up, David. Okay, we got here.
Yeah.
Turn left and step. And that's the bend in.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Those two have not been together for me. Okay.
And when you do that, the little finger edges are twisting in, and as you go forward, they're twisting out.
Yeah. Okay.
Nothing to it. That's better.
Yeah. too much waving around over here.
Yeah. So do the breakdown. Start in single whip,
Okay.
shift.
Shift.
Now there's no rotation in the shift,
Okay.
but the arms,
Okay.
they respond. Good. Now circle the body. No, you got to turn right and left. Don't. But you shifted forward. Don't shift forward. How are you going to move that right foot if you shift onto it?
You're complicating this.
Oh, sorry.
Ooh. Come on.
Yep. Okay. So the footwork was much better that time. What happened was though when you stepped out, your arms
Yeah.
went awry. um, if you watch me here,
Yeah.
as I do that step, everything came in. Everything came in. I didn't go out here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Came in so I can break that guy's elbow.
Okay. Yeah, I'm already out too far. When I am turning.
So first thing is shift.
Yep.
Shift.
Shift.
Now turn and everything's coming in.
Okay.
So what's happening is this
Okay.
when you do that. So you shift, comes in, and then comes on in, and then out.
This is not the part I thought I was having trouble with.
This form is not easy. None of them are, but
Okay.
see, you're making
Yeah.
two parts one. So do both parts separately. Shift. No rotation. Shift. Find your center. Root on the left foot. Now rotate. Yeah. Good. Now, You're still.
Okay, and now turn. Yeah.
Now you're going to turn and step.
Yeah.
And go forward into the posture.
Okay, so.
It's coming.
Yeah.
Do you have other questions?
And then we get to.
Oh, going to high pat.
Yeah.
Well, so you get to to lift hand.
Yep.
Then you're going to go back, turn, high pat.
Yep.
So it's really short. I'm trying to stay where I can be in the camera.
Yeah.
So you move where you need to.
Okay.
So if you've gone into, you're going to go back, twisting in and twisting out. Yeah. And then, yeah. So at that point, you're 100% back on the right foot. So now you're going to rotate and sink a bit, starting to form the fists. Use the sink to place the foot, and then rotate back into this position. Right hand a little lower, lower down 10. Middle down 10. Middle down 10 is not chest high, base of the sternum.
Yeah.
David, can you do that last part again from high pat into here so I can see the arms? That's where my question still is the rotation and bending out of the arms.
Sure. So if I'm at high pat, can you see me here?
Yep, I can see perfectly.
So you're rotating and sinking, bending and twisting in step, and then rotate and twist out.
Just one more time, the same thing.
Why not? So rotate, sink, step, forward.
Okay.
Rotate, twisting in, step, twisting out.
Okay. So both arms are moving away from the body as we rotate and
At the end, yes.
at the end. Yeah. Okay.
So it's
I wasn't getting any rotation really in my arms through this part. I was kind of holding it mostly till the end, but it's got to just be really slow rotation, right?
you got it.
Okay.
And it's this is one of those postures where the yin yang parts are really short.
Hmm.
You have yin, yang. That's it.
Okay.
Did that clarify that for you?
Yeah, that was helpful. Yeah. I just wasn't sure where the rotation was, when how much the arms are supposed to be in and then back out. You know, that wasn't, I wasn't clear on that.
Yeah, I'll look at you in a moment.
And then the transition from there,
So the transition from here is
come up, okay, and they just lift straight up,
just,
and there's no turn.
well, there must be a turn because this one could just fold up. This one could just fold up. But for this one to come here, it's here and it ends up here. There has to be some rotation.
Okay.
But the body isn't. You know, one of the problems, and we haven't talked about this, is that it's possible to drive rotation um, let's see if I can show you that. This here. It's possible to drive rotation by having some sort of turn of the body, which is the way we really begin with all of this. But you can rotate the energy within the body without having a physical rotation of the body that drives the movement. So this is a place where really you have to think of that, because there is no place for the body to physically rotate,
Yeah.
the torso to rotate. So you really have to have the energy rotating inside. Don't turn. Try to do it without turning. Don't turn. Uh-huh. So the arms, what you just did was this.
Oh, okay.
You did that, and no, that's not what happened. What's happening is this, this. Yeah. Okay. Uh, Jeff,
Yep.
what I was just showing to Bill here is that movement forward from
Right.
here is it's a deflection. It's your hands coming in and opening out, dividing somebody's arms.
Yep.
So
Okay.
um, it's Bill was falling into this,
Right.
and it's not. It's just it's driven from the elbows and the scapula.
Yep.
Boom.
Okay.
Yeah. Does that help?
Yeah.
In there?
Yeah. I see.
I'm gonna watch Jeff
Okay.
for a minute, and you can practice. So why don't you start at single whip?
Can you see everything you need to see on me?
I think so. Okay, so yes, when you shift there, and it's only a shift, no rotation, both arms move. Right goes down, left goes up. So you're making too big a movement with the right arm. It's just a little. Um,
Yeah.
it's in other words, when you're a single whip
Yeah.
and you shift,
Yeah.
it's just
Okay.
it's you're just beginning to control there.
Okay.
Okay. Now rotate and move the arm and the leg. Touch. Step. Good. Okay. When you go into or transitioning into high pat, make sure you get the twisting in of the first half of that movement.
Twisting it. So that starts as soon as I shift back.
As soon as you can start rotating.
Okay. So here, the shift back, I start with an initial shift back, the hands start to change. Then I add in some rotating, and That's
Yep.
when it starts.
Good. And yeah, don't separate them too far.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So left hand is kind of by the claw and right hand
No,
is,
left hand is more waist level. It's
uh,
just not that big.
yeah, all right, I was a little bit low on that. And how about the upper hand?
It's okay.
Right. So, and this was the part where I had a question earlier as far as the rotation of the arms and all.
Good. Just don't go out too far. You're absolutely right. That does need to expand there.
Right, okay. So I was over expanding now. It's, I gotta work on the timing of that rotation and
Yeah.
expand, just make it.
Uh-huh. Good. So I'm not seeing the rotation of the body for the kick.
Okay. Am I rotating through that whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I think I
the
was stopping when I kicked.
you have to turn to the right first and then circle left. So and you're going to make a whole circle with that with the dantian. So it's going to start to the right and then go left and come back in. I
I don't know if I'm following you.
I can't see you below your knee, so it's a little hard to tell what you're doing there.
Okay, let me try it from here.
That's better.
This is the limit of how far I can go away.
Okay.
All right, so rotating.
No, shifting. Just shift to that first position.
Okay, until I'm 100%. Then I start rotating.
You don't start rotating until the right leg comes to center. So let the let that shift bring the foot and the arms to position, then rotate. Um,
I'm rotating through this part, and
yeah,
then
okay. I think you're circling your leg the wrong direction. You're going out to the right and then hook in to the left.
I was going the opposite, wasn't I?
That's what I thought.
Ah,
You're not trying to get between his legs. You're trying to catch.
yeah, that's okay.
That's what I was seeing. Yeah. Okay.
So that's why the body goes around this way.
Yeah.
See, I couldn't do that before because my leg was going the opposite way.
I couldn't figure
Now
out
I
what you were
can't.
doing.
Now I can't.
Okay, good. That should make it easier.
Clutch, yes. Going
Uh-huh.
around this with the body. I've just got to work on it now. Now
Yeah.
that I know what I'm supposed to be doing, I've got to work on the timing.
No, I.
All right, well, that's good.
Oh, so that time. Good. How you doing? Other questions?
Uh, no, but I do think this is a time for me to get in front of a mirror someplace.
Yeah, probably.
And, I realize that, especially with the arms flying around, if I can witness myself doing it, it's probably going to be more of a correction.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Don't you remember with fondness our mirrors in the school?
Yes, yeah.
They're somewhere in upper Vermont now.
Oh,
I sold them to another teacher who was moving up there. Um,
I've got about 10 more minutes, David.
yeah.
Okay.
So let's do another flow.
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't think I'm going to try to add anything else at the moment.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether it helps to see me or not, but I will include myself.
Yeah, it always helps to see you.
Bill was just saying he he thought that this might be a great time for him to get in front of a mirror so he could really see what he was doing.
Yeah,
And you can probably see more on the video than he does. Um,
right. Unless he positions himself over where, in the range of the camera during class, then he could do that as well.
yeah, I think that might be a helpful thing to do. What?
For,
Just as we're doing the flow, to I'm gonna convert to. You want me to do it facing the camera or away from the camera? Does it matter to you?
facing.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
So, um, maybe you can get
Okay.
here because we're going to be moving the same direction.
Yeah.
So,
Right. Bill, you might want to take another step to your right towards David. Yeah. Now you're now you're fully in the camera.
yeah.
Basically, you see that big torch lamp behind you on your left? That's kind of where the camera cuts off. That's the end of the frame right there. Just for your own right. That's the edge of the camera frame.
So just take a moment and breathe and stand. And begin Taiji. So spiral down into the right, then step left, pump, G, U, on, turn, step right, pump, G, U, on, step, turn, rotate on to the right and out, reset, single whip, touch, step, pull down, release in, embrace out, shift onto the left, rotate in and step, shoulder. White goose spreads its wings. Follow, focus. Step, turning, rising into down and under. Then into cloud hands, turning right, step, out, left heel, right toe, heel. Turning in a little, expanding out, reset, single whip, shift, touch, step, lift hand, sit back, turning, rise to high pat, rotate right, sinking and step, subdue tiger, shift, kick, strike. Okay. Last minute thoughts or questions?
Oh, good class though. Thank you. A lot of stuff to follow in there when I go back to practice
Good.
flows and stuff. So,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Have a good week, and I hope your dog does well if we don't
Yeah.
see you.
Yeah, thank you. Hopefully,
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
All right.
Thank you.
Good.
Take care, guys.
You do well too.
Thank you. See you tomorrow morning.
Okay, good.